Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to the channel. We're back today. We are watching the Apex Legends Ignite gameplay trailer, the Season 19 gameplay trailer. I couldn't be more excited. I also got to take a look at Season 19 early, so after we watch the trailer and we break it down, I'll be going over a couple of details. Just a couple of things regarding the new Legend, the new weapons, buffs and nerfs, the new POIs that are coming to Stormpoint, and some Legend nerfs and buffs. Without further ado, we'll get straight into this because I haven't seen this yet. I'm very excited. I always save my eyes from the trailers because I love doing these reaction videos with you guys. So yeah, let's get into this trailer. Let's make sure our volume is cranked. Let's do this, man.
Every storm eventually breaks. Light always pierces
Are they
through.
holding hands?
You just need the strength not to break first. In my family, we call that strength Pagasa.
I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She's so cool.
The sun will rise on all of us.
Kondo. She's so fun, bro.
Don't have all the fun without me.
So we got her passive savior speed,
Shield band can't knock us down.
radiant transfer.
Whoa, someone got the party started.
Yeah,
I'll get into this
so
stuff after.
this'll
It's
fight with
pretty
your
interesting.
idea.
Oh, that's dirty.
Sorry about this. Gotta up our stats.
It's super cool to see like
For the viewers at
her
home,
ultimate like that.
it feels as cool as it looks.
Action. Oh, we got a new Vampy skin there. We got Energized on Storm Point. Oh, it's, my bad. I thought they were naming the POX. Cross progression's coming. Oh, that Conduit skin looked good in the battle pass.
Like I said,
Little top strafe right there.
light always pierces through. Didn't your ate tell you not to stare at the sun?
Oh, that's cool as hell. I already like Conduit because she uses Wingman PK. I mean, if any legend that uses Wingman PK is insta-goated right off the rip. So pretty much while I was gone, there was a play test where a bunch of people got to play the new Season 19, and I was actually away, so I didn't get to get my hands on any gameplay. I didn't get to play it, but I did get to see the preview event regarding everything for Season 19, so that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. I created a little note sheet talking about the new stuff today, all right? We're going to go over it very briefly. I will say, though, just watching that gameplay trailer, her abilities look like they're pretty cool. They look like a lot of fun. I think she's going to be an incredibly cool support legend. Kind of like Newcastle support, but he also provides a lot of ability to be offensive, and I think that's kind of what Conduit is also going to be able to do as well. First up, at the beginning of the trailer, we had a little Ashe and Catalyst action. I don't know if I saw... Are they touching fingers? Little human to robot romance going on. I'm gonna try to keep this video as brief as possible and just give you guys the juicy details that I know you're probably like itching for. We'll talk about Conduit first because obviously she is the new legend. I'm pretty excited about her kit. I think she's gonna be a decent legend off rip. I do think that her ultimate might need some subtle tweaks from what I have seen so far. I've heard it's a little bit finicky, but the rest of her kit, I think that she's extremely powerful. Her tactical is called Radiant Transfer. This allows you to generate temporary shields for your teammates. From what I've heard from my friend Spoken, who did play test, I think he said it was around 3 shield cells worth of shield. Don't quote me on that right now, but that's pretty effective to be able to give your teammates 3 shield cells at the click of a button. You also are able to give yourself shields, so that could come clutch in some, high intensity moments. You maybe get a med kit off and you need a quick little bit of shield. There you go. You don't have to pop a battery now. Give yourself some free tactical. I really do believe that this is probably the best part of her kit. I think the Radiant Transfer is what's going to kind of carry her, but her passive isn't too bad either. Her passive is Savior Speed, and obviously you gain a burst of speed when running towards a teammate out of tactical range. Her tactical range is pretty decent, but this is honestly beneficial to a lot of people who like to stick back and loot a little bit more, and kind of gives you the freedom to stick back to loot more. A lot of times you kind of feel like you need to, you know, keep up with your higher movement legend teammates. Like if you got a Pathfinder or Octane on your team, if you're not first, then you're probably going to be last. So having this allows you to, you know, take that extra little bit of time, grab what you need, and you can use this to just catch right back up to your teammates. This is a very situational passive, but I do think it could come in clutch for some moments, especially for the solo queuers who like to drop halfway across the map on their teammates. I mean, just look at your teammate's direction and start sprinting that way, and you'll be able to get away from anybody who's chasing you. Not that I condone the usage of her passive that way, okay? You relax. And then lastly, for tactical, we got Energy Barricade, her ultimate ability, which deploys an array of shield jamming devices which damage and slow enemies. I think the best way we could describe it right now is it's kind of like chaining a long line of Watson fences, but at the same time it operates somewhat like a fusel. I've heard that the canisters that do deploy are sometimes a little bit unreliable in the way that they do disperse. I've heard in open settings they can actually be decently effective, and other times in buildings, I know my friend spoke and said that sometimes he would shoot it and all canisters want to come out, he would only end up seeing like 2 canisters. So I think that there's going to be a lot of work to be done in terms of, you know, how to use her ultimate. I think people will start to figure out what situations are best for it and where the ability thrives, but also maybe it could already be due for a buff. I know Apex likes to launch legends pretty powerful out of the gate, so like I said, I don't really want to speak too much on it because time will tell, and you'll give it a week or two, we'll have a much better gauge of her actual whole kit together. And then of course we have the map changes, which is pretty cool. There are 6 new total POIs coming to Stormpoint. I have them right here. They are listed as Watson's Pylon, we got Zeto Station, Echo Headquarters, Coastal Camp, Lightning Rod, which is getting reworked. We have the Forbidden Zone rework, where they basically removed the Prowler. So there's 6 whole new POIs. A lot of them take place on the southern side of the map. I think that Watson's town takeover is on the northern side, but yeah, I think it's going to be really nice. I will say that the new skybox for Stormpoint looks absolutely incredible. I think the lighting looks really good. The pink skies, kind of like the cotton candy clouds and, you know, la la fairy tale land skies looks really, really nice. And then of course we have cross progression that is coming this season. I honestly can't believe I'm saying that. I didn't think it would be coming for a long time, but here it is, man. This is something a lot of people have been waiting for. In terms of my current understanding of how it works, from what I've heard from the event, you have a variety of accounts that are now going to all be merged, and your highest level account is going to be considered your master account. That's where all the stats are going to come from. That's where all your badges, I mean, all your badges and all that stuff will come to, but that's what's going to carry your stats, your master account. Now, once again, from what I've heard from the event, my understanding is that all cosmetics will merge to kind of like your big account, and you'll have all your cosmetics, but I'm not 100% sure. I've heard some people kind of saying that they still don't think all the cosmetics are gonna, you know, combine together, and that it's only gonna be the master account's cosmetics, and, you know, you have to pick and choose which one you want to use for. But as far from my understanding, I watched it back like 15 times. I think all cosmetics are gonna merge, and it's just the stats of your highest level account that are gonna show for. There's a little bit of ranked updates coming to the game, which is pretty exciting. I'm just gonna kind of go over the notes here I have really quick. It's more of a rework. It's not a revamp of the entire system. Obviously, dive trails are changed out for the animated banners now, which we've already known about for a little while. There's gonna be promotional trials where you can't climb being passive. You're gonna have a little trial right before you reach the next rank to kind of, you know, put your skill to the test so that you can't weasel your way through the ranks. Essentially, the point of these things is to prove that you have the skill necessary to climb to the next rank. It's basically like a final exam that you would have in school. And then lastly, we have some weapon changes, nerfs and buffs, and we also have some legend nerfs and buffs, which I'm going to try to go over as quickly as possible. We have projectiles for the longbow, charge rifle, and sentinel. The bullet size, I think, is going to be increased, and the bullet velocity will be much faster, so it should be a little bit more consistent and easier to hit those longer range shots. The Bocek bow is going to have faster draw speed, and you'll be able to toggle on and off shatter caps. Obviously, the Bocek bow is still in the care package. The 30-30 hip fire is getting nerfed. It's not going to be as accurate. It's kind of much more accurate than all the other marksman rifles. The Hemlock damage is also getting reduced. The care package, the L-Star is out and the Wingman is in. In terms of crafting, we have the 3030 and the RE45 coming out, and we have the R301 and Volt going in. And lastly, the turbocharger is no longer going to be nerfed in terms of like, when you put it on, it doesn't reduce the damage of your gun. They said it was kind of ridiculous that people had to consider the fact that a hop up would actually have a negative impact on a gun. So that's gone, which is nice. Now we're gonna get into the legend nerfs and buffs, some of which are pretty big, and then others are, you know, smaller buffs, but hopefully gonna bring them up in pick rate. First up, we have Catalyst. Catalyst is actually getting a pretty big nerf. Her tactical is no longer going to block projectiles, so you can't hide behind them and eat damage. I know a lot of people use it as kind of like a shield. Her tacticals have also been reduced from 3 down to 2, so you can only place 2 splooges, and they've also reduced throwing range. I know people would yeet these things, and now they're going to be fairly short range. Also, her ultimate, the wall is going to be reduced in terms of duration, and the cooldown only starts now once the wall comes down. Before, as soon as you threw the wall, the cooldown would start. That's now been changed. Bangalore also got hit in all 3 aspects of her abilities. Her double time passive and her tactical smokes, the duration of those have both been reduced, and her Rolling Thunder ultimate, the stun duration was also reduced. I'm not gonna lie, Bang stuns were ridiculously long, so I'm kind of glad they're reduced a little bit. In terms of small buffs, we have Wraith, Pathfinder, Revenant, Vantage, and Newcastle all getting small buffs. Wraith, she's now gonna hear her passive more reliably. I mean, we'll have to see how that plays out, but the voices will be louder. Pathfinder can now scam care packages no matter what. Even if a teammate skirmisher has scanned a care package, he'll still be able to scan the care package even if it's already been scanned to get his passive cooldown. Revenant's buff was a little bit hard to understand, and honestly, I still don't really understand it, but I'm just gonna read you what, you know, they said word for word in the dev presentation. They said his ultimate got a time extension window. The 30-second window is now only 3 seconds. So once again, if you Rev mains understand that, maybe you understand it more than I do, but I don't quite see how that, I don't know. Vantage, her ult gets an extra bullet now, so she has 6 bullets instead of 5 bullets at max charge. And Newcastle, his castle wall increased on the max leap heights, reducing kind of your stun, or not your stun, but the kind of the downtime you have from when you place the wall to being able to engage into combat. You're gonna be able to place the wall, instantly pull your gun, and just get crack-a-lack. You feel me? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the legend nerfs and buffs. That's all the map changes. That's Conduit. That's some of the ranked updates, and those are all of the map updates as well. So let me know if you guys are excited for season 19. I'm honestly pretty hyped right now. I think it's looking like a good season. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed it, a like rating is always appreciated. Subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'm live all day on Twitch as well. I'm going to be playing the Finals. The Finals is a game I've been looking forward to for a very long time. It's a new FPS free to play. If you guys are interested, come check it out. Keep up, stay up. Peace out.